Video 1, you guys are going to be making a cube in SolidWorks, which is going to look a little bit like this one on my webcam. There we go. And it's going to be 3D printed. It's going to have your initials stamped into the sides of it. You're going to make a very simple shape and put a hole through it in so that the keyring can pass through. As you can see there on the side. Sorry, it's difficult doing this upside down. And then I'm going to teach you how to slice this in a 3D printer software, and then how to print it on the printers. Okay, so you're going to need SolidWorks to start with. Now, SolidWorks, you can start by trying typing SolidWorks if you're on the school PCs. It might come up with 3 or 4 things with a similar icon. The one you want is just called SolidWorks 2021. If it says anything else, it's the wrong one. Go ahead and load that program, and you should be greeted with a screen that may or may not look a bit like this. You can click this little home button over here, or house button, and you also, if yours doesn't pop up with this next bit automatically, go to File, New, and you should get a window like this. This is the one we're looking for. Okay, we want to choose Part, click OK. There we go. And before you do anything at all, I want you to go down to this bottom where it says MMGS and click on it. And it may be a little bit slow. Just make sure that the one I want is missing. Let's try that again. Okay, I mean, basically I've got a graphics issue here. The one I want it to show is the one it won't show, which should be millimeters, meters, grams and seconds. Okay, so that's what comes out as MMGS. It's just important you've set it to millimeters, meters, grams and second, which would be where my mouse is, but it's grayed out at the moment. If it's in inches, then everything you draw will come out 25 times larger than it's supposed to, because all my dimensions are going to be in millimeters. All right, anyway, I don't want to spend ages learning about SolidWorks, so I'm just going to go through this fairly quickly. If you don't follow, please rewind and replay that bit. Otherwise, ask your teacher for help. So we're going to go to Sketch up on the left, and we're going to choose the rectangle tool. This one here, just click it once. And we're going to draw a sketch on this top plane just by clicking, and you'll see it spins it around. And all I want you to do is, starting from that red arrow where it goes like an orange blob, just click, move the mouse out and click. Okay, we're going to put a dimension on this, so you're going to go to Smart Dimension up here, top left, click on this side, move your mouse up, click again and type 20. You'll see that's resized it. You're going to put Smart Dimension on this side, click, and that's also going to be 20. Click the tick. There we go. Okay, we are done with that sketch now, so we're going to click this little button up here, which means Finish Sketching. And what I want you to do, press down the scroll wheel, so the wheel on your mouse, press and hold it and move your mouse around. You'll see, and do it gently, you'll see that we can kind of look around in 3D space. With it on a slight angle like that, doesn't matter too much, we're going to go across to this tab called Features, and we're going to pick Extruded Boss Base. And what that will do is take our sketch and turn it into a 3D object. Now I want this to be a cube, which means if it's 20 by 20 wide and long, it also needs to be 20 tall. So in this box, just type in 20 and click, and you'll see that the preview is updated. If you're happy that it's correct, remember, you can use your mouse to view around. You click the tick over here or the tick over there, it doesn't matter which. Okay, congratulations, you've made your first 3D shape. Right, we're going to do a bit more. We're going to put some holes in it, and then we're going to put your initials on each face. So now what I'd like you to do, on any face other than the top, so any of these side faces, click on one so it goes blue, and then right click on that same face, so right mouse button, and choose this little tool which says normal to. See how that's adjusted our view so we're looking straight at it. Go up to Sketch, get the circle tool this time, and somewhere near the top left, just about where my mouse is, draw a circle roughly that big. Don't worry about the size because we're going to change that now. So go to Smart Dimension, click on your circle, move your mouse out, and we're going to make this 5. Click the tick. And now we're going to also do a Smart Dimension where we click the middle of our circle, so where the orange blob appears, and this vertical edge here. Okay, So I've clicked that once. I'm going to click this now, and you'll see a new dimension appears between those 2 points. If you move your mouse down off the block, you can see it better. We're going to set that to 5. You see it shoved it across, and we're going to do the same from the top of our object to the middle where the orange blob appears, and we're going to move out this way and click, set that one to 5 as well. It's very important you do this because we're going to put 2 holes and they need to match up exactly. Right, doing the holding the middle mouse button trick, rotate your view so you're looking at it slightly on the 3D, and we're going to go to features, but this time we're going to choose extruded cut, and you'll see automatically that has picked the object, and it will probably be set to 20 or similar. We only want to go to 7.5, so type in 7.5, click your mouse in some white area on the screen and it will update. We're only going to drill in about that far, and we're going to click the tick when we're happy. Fantastic, so we've got a hole going that way. Right, we're going to now put a hole on this side that joins into that hole to make a hole through the corner. So we're going to click on that face with the left mouse button. We're going to right click on it and choose normal 2. Now if you remember, the hole we just cut was going in this way, so we want our new circle to be roughly in the right hand side. So we need to go to sketch, choose a circle, approximately in the right area, draw your circle, smart dimension, click on the circle and move out. We want our circle to be 5. Click the dot in the circle and the vertical side and click. Just get this out of the way. We want that to be 5. And then dot on the circle and the top edge, move out. We also want that to be 5. Click the tick. Okay. Rotate your view. Remember, click and hold the middle mouse button so you can see what's going on. You can zoom in and out a bit by scrolling, by the way, you've probably worked out. Features, and we're making a hole, so it's an extruded cut. It's automatically picked it. We've still got 7.5 from the last time, so we can click tick. All done. Okay, so we've made 2 holes that kind of intersect, nice and easy. All right, we're going to add some rounded edges now. So we're going to go up to, make sure you're on the feature menu, which most of you will be, and you've got a tool called fillet here. And make sure full preview is ticked. I want you to go and change your fillet to 2, and then start clicking on edges. Okay, now you can select a whole face at once. If I click there, you'll see it's going to put a fillet on the whole face. If I click here and here, basically we want to make sure every face is filleted. So I'm missing one there. Ooh. If you click it twice, it kind of unselects it. Want to do the bottom. Okay, and just go around it and make sure every single edge has got a fillet on it. It doesn't matter if you filleted the holes as well, that will make putting in the connector a bit easier. In fact, actually, I'm going to... no, not going to do that. Okay. What I'm going to do, people, sorry, just because we shouldn't fillet these holes, this is a good experience. I'm going to go over to the left here, see all these things we've done. I'm just going to select them and press delete. Alright, and that will kind of unselect them and start again. So what I am going to do, I'm going to fillet that whole face, that's fine. That whole face. That whole face. That whole face. But when it comes to the top, I don't want to fillet these holes. So I'm not going to choose the face, I'm going to choose just that edge. Just this guy here. That one sits slightly bolder. Okay, that way I'm not filleting these round holes, and that's much better. Anyway, when you're happy you've selected it right, click the tick over here or over here. Okay, and now we have filleted and put a hole through our object. Okay, I would like you now to put some text on it. So I would recommend you rotate your cube so you're looking at it onto this side. At this stage, it might be a good idea to turn off these advanced graphics. So if you go out to this option here and untick real view graphics, you'll find it runs a lot smoother, a bit less laggy. Okay, keep shadows on because that allows you to see where the floor is. Right, I want you to now click on that face, the one just to the right of the hole. Right click and use normal 2, so we're looking at it. Go to sketch, go to the text tool, and type in your first bit of text. So I'm going to type in an R. Now I want to change the height and size of this, so I'm going to highlight my R, untick this little use document font and go to font, and I can type in the height. So I'm going to choose a height of 12, and you can change your font here. I'm going to go for I for impact and make it bold. Click OK, and there is my letter R, which looks about right. You can mess around with these settings here as well. You'll see if you make like these 120, it kind of stretches it and does all sorts. But when you're happy with the text, click tick. Right, next drag your text just by clicking on it sort of into the center of your cube. Okay, I'm going to do it like that. And when you're happy with it, we're going to extrude it as a cut. So we go feature, extruded cut. Now we don't want to go all that depth in, we only want to go 1 millimeter in. So change your size to 1. Remember, rotate your view and look at it. Does that look about 1 millimeter? Yes, it does. You can go up to 2 mil if you want, but to be honest, if you go too deep, it doesn't look great. So I'm going to do 1.5 maybe. Click the tick when you're happy. And then really, it's a case of repeating that same method to put your other initial on here. Okay, so choose the face, right click, normal to, go to sketch, get the text tool, type in W, highlight it, untick that, go to font, change it to 12, choose whatever font you had, click OK, happy with that, click the tick, drag it into the middle, so it looks central. There we go, maybe it needs to come up a bit higher, actually, down a bit. That looks about right. Okay, and feature, extruded cut. It's already set to 1.5. Click the tick. Ta-da, that is it. You have done the challenge. You've only got one thing left to do now. First of all, save it. So just click the save button and save it somewhere where you'll find it, like maybe your documents. So I've got a documents area there. I'm going to make a new folder called SolidWorks 3D printing, so I can find it later. Now the first thing we're saving is the actual SolidWorks file, so I'm going to call it Rob W Cube. Okay. We also now need to save it in a different format for 3D printing, so you're going to go File, Save As, in the same folder, and from the little drop down you need to go all the way to the bottom to this one called STL. Make sure you've got STL format selected, Rob W Cube. Okay, I'm going to click Save, and it should, if you've done it right, make it go all liney like this. Click Yes, and then you are ready for video 2, which will show you how to take that file and load it into the 3D printer software.